Welcome back to the Nerds in the Gym podcast. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Marco. Today is October 12th, 2023. It's a new week, new day, new second, new minute. We're going backwards now.
It's also the eve to Friday the 13th.
Oh, I didn't even realize it was going to be Friday the 13th. That's crazy. I remember people used to freak out about that back in like high school and everything. Be like, oh, Friday the 13th, something bad's going to happen. You know what's funny is I'm making fun of that right now. I'm going to probably get into like a car accident or something tomorrow.
Could be. There was a car accident in front of our work today.
I know, somebody died. I probably should not have been saying that. That was just.
We haven't edited anything out of the podcast. Do you want to start over?
No.
That was
no. I'm going to explain myself. That's
like. I used to edit the podcast and I would cut things out and then I just stopped.
No, that's okay. Keep in there. That's not how I was not laughing at it, but no, somebody did die. I saw a whole like thing and stuff sent about it. My condolences.
Condolences.
God, this is the worst apology ever. We're keeping it in. This is a raw take.
Well, that got dark. Anything else you want to talk about, Marco? You want to talk about the Palestinian crisis? Stop laughing at horrible events. Oh my gosh. It's so weird. Every country hates Americans. Now we just hope the editing software cuts this out.
Let's hope it does, because then I'm going to look like a terrible person. Or it's going to be the ones, it's going to make a clip out of this, then I'm going to post it, and then it's going to blow up, and then I'm going to get people in our city being like, what the heck's wrong with you? You are a terrible individual.
Good thing you live in a rich neighborhood.
Okay, well, that was I think that's one of our fastest starts. I'd say.
I mean, that was the worst start since might be since the very first test episode when you asked me why I was counting down immediately after. Which arguably that test episode was probably a lot better than some of the ones we put out. But.
Yeah, that is true. And actually, somebody gave us very constructive criticism recently about the podcast.
Oh, it's awful. I don't blame them.
We got a comment 31 minutes ago. Maybe y'all should get real jobs. You ain't going to make it in this business.
We do have real jobs. That's why we do this at night.
That's why we do this at night. And as a hobby. If it becomes something, yeah, we'll take it. But we know we're awful.
Well, we know there's half the states where that y'all came from. So, shout out to one of the Southern listeners. What platform was that, do I even want to know?
It was YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. The video got is like 1.4 thousand views and 16 likes, 60% like versus dislike ratio.
Okay.
It was when it was a clip about you and Trent talking about Joker 2, and you guys saying you didn't think it was that great of a movie and be better as another movie.
I stand by it. But I'm glad there's people out there that really like the Joker one.
I really liked the movie, and I'll take it as a Joker movie. I thought it was interesting, but
oh yeah, the way to side with the Southern commenter.
I thoroughly
you turncoat.
Hey, you can go back to previous podcasts. I think I mentioned that I liked it.
Please do. You have all the raw footage.
Go back
right now. I'll wait.
I'm not doing that on here. I'm wasting everybody's time, and I'm wasting my own time.
Is this more or less of a waste than we usually give them?
That's true. All right, so
that got aggressive.
Let me do a Marco segue on to the next topic. Actually, I don't even have the topics pulled up. Do you have anything ready?
You watched the first episode of Loki?
I did not.
Season 2?
I did not.
Did you watch season 1?
I did not. I was gonna binge watch it though. Now I haven't seen season 2 yet. I have read mixed reviews. Nothing spoiler. Mm-hmm. I was gonna ask what your take on it was.
It's just a very trippy show.
Mm-hmm.
So I should really rewatch season 1.
Yeah.
Because season 2 picks up right where season 1 leaves off.
And this is a show that has a lot of time travel and traveling to different universes.
And the timeline.
So this is probably going to be something, too, that makes more sense at the end.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So, everything's going to come together.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is a Loki from a different universe because the one that we know died in Infinity War? Or, no, Infinity War or Endgame?
It's that Loki.
It's that Loki?
Yeah, but instead of dying, he does this time stuff.
Okay.
But remember, he doesn't really die because he goes and steals the Infinity Stone from Avengers 1.
Yes.
It's very. I wish I could explain.
Okay, I'm going to need to watch it to understand. If anybody knows, knows how this Loki works and stuff, let us know.
Yeah, if any of y'all want to comment,
Yeah.
write a paragraph.
Wow, now you're going to harass this guy that was harassing us.
Hey, I watched the last episode on mute for the view.
Oh, there you go.
Just one view at a time.
Yeah. You know, when people make comments, I'm never sure, like, if I'm supposed to, like... Because, like, I always think of it as, like, a friendly thing, like, kind of trash talking. But, like, I never know, like, if I should go after them or if they're going to take it serious, like, too seriously. And then I never know if, like, that is something... Like, is that the type of interaction people like? Or would they prefer that I just don't say anything, you know? Because I think there are some people that benefit off of, like, going back and forth, but then there's others, like, I think I would probably just look like an idiot.
I mean, it's not your strong suit, but, I mean, kill him with kindness. Just give him a great compliment.
That's what I was going to do. I was going to say something like, yeah, thanks for the constructive criticism. Where could we improve? You know, something like that.
Better yet, post... Hey, with global warming on the rise, none of us are going to make it.
With global warming on the rise, you're going to have to move north.
There you go.
Oh, man.
And then ... I'll make room in Mother's basement.
It's cool down there.
Cooler than cool.
So, yeah. Now, I did say that there is a ton of stuff that has been coming out in terms of news. There is news about Loki Season 2. So the head writer, Eric Martin, did say that he had to pivot from including certain characters because they were being used by another MCU project, which is very weird to me. So is that because of how they're set up in the timeline? Is that because of scheduling conflicts in terms of recording? I didn't read the full article, but I just thought that was a very, like, interesting thing to have happen.
I think it's like a D all the above situation, because the head writer of Moon Knight said the same thing.
Yeah.
He wanted to use the Incredible Hulk, but they couldn't.
Yeah.
Because he was in She-Hulk, and they put him in space.
Yeah, and it never, like, this article, like, I'm even reading it, it doesn't exactly say why, like, what he meant by they were being used in another project. So, and I'm sure that this show was filmed somewhat during COVID, like, still some COVID restrictions, so I assume that probably had stuff. But when stuff like that comes out, I wish they told us what they were talking about, because, like, or they show, like, we got the actual original script, because I would almost want to know how the other stories play out.
No matter what it is, though, people will like that one better, so I think they just avoid it.
That's true.
Because what show was that? You said Loki Season 2?
Yeah.
The second they go, we wanted the Hulk, people would have been like...
Yeah, that's true.
Up in flames about it.
Yeah. There's some news that came out that affects you.
Uh-oh.
WWE executive claims they are open to moving Raw off of Monday nights after over 30 years.
Well, you know what happened, right?
No.
So, WWE merged with the UFC parent company.
Yes, actually, I did know that.
So they're all under one umbrella.
Okay.
So Vince McMahon, the one that's been running it for the last 40 years, is stepping down.
Yep.
So this company's going to run it like a business.
Okay.
So if they think they're going to get a better time slot, they'll move it.
Okay, so they're just trying to get more viewers, essentially. Hey, this could benefit you, because don't you usually have to watch it the next day because it's too late for you?
Honestly, I don't watch it weekly.
Oh. Okay.
So if there's something good...
Okay, something good.
I will usually watch it the next day.
Yeah, okay.
Like, this week was NXT, the biggest NXT ever. So NXT is, like, think of it as WWE minor leagues. And that's on Tuesdays. Tuesdays? Yeah, it must have been Tuesday. So their big competitor, AEW, is on TNT.
Okay.
Baseball playoffs, AEW had to move to Tuesday for 1 week.
Oh, okay.
So WWE decided to put on a crazy show.
Okay.
They got The Undertaker, John Cena.
Really? Oh, that's insane.
Just for a random Tuesday night. It was crazy.
I can't believe Undertaker came back.
He didn't do a full match. He just does segments now.
Yeah. Like one of the, like, could be like the referee or something like that.
Something like that. This one, he usually just comes out, throws a choke slam.
Oh, okay.
Gives a speech. But my thing is just like pure numbers. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But WWE doesn't like to lose.
No, they do not. You want me to just keep scrolling through news things?
Oh, no, it's totally up to you. So here's the problem. Like,
I'm waiting for you to do segues into other things, because we know I can't segue to save my life.
I just kind of enjoy the ride.
Yeah,
You've gotten a lot better.
I have gotten better.
Did you not get a lot of sleep last night?
No, I did not.
Because you've been hilarious all day, which is crazy to me, because, like, you're not usually that... Like, you're funny enough.
The thing is, though, is when I message, I'm able to think about it more.
Is that what's going on?
That's what happens. So when I message, I'm funnier than when I just do this stuff. Also, the problem is the things that I message you about have to do about things that we can't talk about on the podcast.
It's usually just mocking work stuff. So it's not like good content. But you had me rolling a couple times today with like layered punned jokes. And I just sit there and like I text it to you all the time where she's like, I hate that I laughed at that. It's and
you're like seizing up in laughter in the corner. People are like, is he okay?
Well, a lot of it I walk away from my keyboard and then it hits me.
So you're actually out doing something, and you're like, oh, I get it now.
I get it now. So by the time I get back to my laptop, it's just, I don't want to be offensive, but it's like, you're not usually that type of funny.
Yeah.
So it's like...
Well, I also had 4 shots of espresso within the matter of like 30 minutes today.
Well, people at work notice it, because when I don't get a lot of sleep, I don't really have a filter.
Yeah.
So I get like aggressive with my burns.
Yeah, no, that happens to me. I become very filterless, I would say. My parents used to have a huge issue with me because, like, when I would do, like, sleepovers and stuff with friends when I was younger, they would pick me up the next day and I would get home. Now, when you're at a sleepover, you guys never get any sleep. You guys stay up till, like, 4 or 5 in the morning, then sleep till probably, like, 9. And I used to have wouldn't sleep at all, so I'd be very cranky, but then I would just be super rude and would not care what I said to my parents, and they would get so annoyed. But I didn't care, because I was cranky. I was like a jack-in-the-box. Being up that late kept cranking me. Then I popped out.
Crazy. I mean, 19 was a tough year for everyone. Both his age and the year it was. Did you know... I don't want to spoil it for you, but Short Round in Loki?
Yeah, Kei Hugh Kwan?
Yep.
Yeah, I knew that.
Oh, okay.
I from what I heard and seen in the trailers, he looks like he's having a great time and just
he's hilarious,
living his life. It sucks that he didn't get an Indiana Jones, but I can't talk about that every podcast. Did you see the whole Tyson Fury Francis Ngannou video?
No, I've been hearing him trip back and forth.
So
that's coming up this weekend, next weekend.
I think at the end of this month.
Okay.
They have a boxing match, but there is a video that has been branded as the best video ever because it's a promo.
Oh, the one where he spit at him?
Spit at them?
Did you see that one?
No.
Sorry, there's 2 different Furies fighting. I think Tommy Fury's
fighting KSI, who's a YouTuber.
Right.
So Francis Ngannou's the UFC fighter.
Correct.
He's got the most powerful punch in the world, facing Tyson Fury, who's the best heavyweight right now, and one of the better heavyweights of all time, for a pro boxer. And they put out this it was actually a really well done promo video, and it's being labeled as the best ever after surpassing 100 million views, and I think it did it within 24 hours, which is crazy because fighting is getting super popular right now, especially a crossover event like this where UFC and boxing are coming together.
Well, this is the problem because UFC's pay doesn't match the level of popularity.
Yeah.
So for Ngannou, it's called a puncher's chance.
Yeah.
Every boxer's got a puncher's chance.
Fighter's chance, I would say more so.
I mean, it could be fighter's chance.
Yeah.
I don't know what this saying is.
Yeah.
We're not big enough to get Teddy Atlas on the phone.
Should we call up Joe? He's 3 hours behind. He's in California. He can.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. Are you watching the house?
But no, I think that this is great for them. Obviously, also Francis is in this boat too. Like you just said, he's doing this mainly because of the pay he's going to get. Because they don't get much with the UFC, but with the WWE and UFC combining, do you think there will be changes to their salaries?
Probably not.
Really?
I mean, because Dana White's still running things. So that's just money out of their pocket.
I thought Vince McMahon was having a role, though, in the UFC stuff.
No.
Oh, he's not? I thought I read that he was having something on the business side of things.
I think he's a smart businessman, so I think he'll, not counsel, but, if they have any questions.
Because if they're under the same umbrella, I can't imagine those UFC guys being happy that these WWE people make more than them.
Right.
Which that's going to create an issue.
I think people are making out more than they should. Making more out of it than they should. I think it's more just almost like when Disney bought Fox. It was a big deal. But has it changed anything? No.
There has to be almost a fighter strike going to happen at this point.
It's possible. But the problem is the ones that, how do I put it? You can't afford to be a fighter now.
Yeah.
You can't afford not to fight for you.
That's true. Fighting, like, a lot of guys have such a small window for fighting.
Right.
So, that's true. And if they go on strike, that next generation of fighters is just going to come up. Dana White doesn't care, and plus he's going to be able to pay them less.
Well, there's such a surplus of fighters.
That's true.
And there's the UFC, Bellator. There's a couple promotions.
Yeah.
But UFC is obviously the place you want to be at.
Yeah.
It's just an interesting time because WWE is sports entertainment.
Yeah.
And then UFC is fighting. So
that's what amazed me the most about them coming together is the fact that one's an entertainment, one's a legitimate.
I wouldn't even say legit. One's predetermined, one's not.
Yeah.
Is the quickest way for you not to get yelled at on.
That's true. Sorry, everybody. Didn't mean to offend you.
He doesn't know.
I don't know. I last watched WWE in 2010.
He remembers the day.
And I listen my coworkers talk about it, but that's about it.
You can learn. You can get back in.
Yeah. Going on, I have two things that are kind of DC related to talk about.
Right.
So there was an animated Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe movie that was pitched. Warner Brothers did say no. But I think that is actually an amazing concept.
They did it with the last Mortal Kombat game, didn't they? Or DC fighting game. They had the Mortal Kombat crossover.
They have the Injustice Superheroes, which has like a lot of, which is a fighting game with a lot of the DC people. But I do think one of the Mortal Kombats had some DC characters. But this was about a whole movie, which I think a crossover movie would have been so much fun.
Those are, I'm almost 100% sure they're talking about the animated movies they do.
Yeah.
Which if you ever watch and throw on, they're great.
Oh, I used to watch them when I was younger. I haven't watched any of them recently, but I do feel like that's just a huge missed opportunity. But they don't... Do they... Yeah, they have a Mortal Kombat cartoon, right?
Somewhere out there it is. I don't know if it's current or not.
I just think it's a missed opportunity. Crossovers are one of those things where I really like them. I don't think they need to be canon, though. Like,
right.
do crossovers, don't make them canon, just do them for fun. Like, those are some of the most fun episodes of anything I've seen. Even those stupid ones that were, on, like, Nickelodeon. Like, if SpongeBob did a crossover with something, or when those Disney shows and other Nickelodeon shows did
crossovers. At one point,
crossovers.
Lilo and Stitch crossed over with every
true.
show on the Disney Channel.
That's true. I think Disney Channel one time had, like, 4 shows crossovers, like Hannah Montana, That's So Raven, Zack and Cody, and it was like it was insane.
Well, when you own the actors, it's easy.
That's true.
But no, because there's a...
And that counts as only one season of a show, and it's a new show.
There's a meme going around that it was like, don't forget Lilo and Stitch is in the same universe as, like, The Proud Family.
Yeah.
And, like, 4 other shows that was on, like, Disney Channel Saturday mornings.
Yep.
But no, like, Scooby-Doo Meets Batman.
Mm-hmm.
You ever see Scooby-Doo Meets Batman with Adam West Batman?
Yeah, I did. It was great.
I would watch that tonight.
It's just sad that they don't have this stuff anymore.
Scooby-Doo Meets the Globetrotters.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo WWE.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo Meets Kiss.
All amazing. I remember Scooby-Doo Meets Kiss. Wasn't that in the movie? In one of the movies?
The live-action ones, you mean?
No. Didn't they have Kiss in one of the animated movies?
Yeah. It was a legit thing.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just... Yeah. Whatever with that. I just want them to do more crossovers. I feel like these places these studios are so worried about their universes, though, that they won't let them branch and make things that aren't a part of their universe.
Right. So if you just announce it was not canon, people would...
I still think people are going to get confused. Because the problem is you're going to have those people that jokingly say, blah, blah, blah is a part of this universe. Remember that? Say it jokingly, and so many people are going to take it seriously. I remember that so vividly now.
Well, that's why they said...
Coughing into the mic is probably...
They didn't want to do another Tobey Maguire while they reboot the universe is because it just confuses the market. But the market is so big now, I think they can get away with it.
Yeah.
Let me run through some of the CBR's top 10 Scooby-Doo crossovers.
Okay.
Number 10, Urkel and the Gang.
Oh my god, I remember that.
I didn't see that one. That was after my time. But it's very funny that Steve Urkel was like a 90s icon.
Mm-hmm.
And this was way past the 90s by the look of the animation.
I used to watch Family Matters all the time when I was younger.
Oh, hilarious.
Which is weird because I was born in 2000.
Mm-hmm.
So like...
It was beyond reruns.
Oh, yeah.
I watched it on rerun around 1. You watched it on like rerun around 5. It's probably still on reruns.
Yeah. Oh, it is. I think it's on at like 4:30 in the morning.
Johnny Bravo meets Scooby-Doo.
I vaguely remember that one. I remember when I was younger, I did not like it.
Well, because you didn't know who Johnny Bravo was.
That was the problem, actually.
Johnny Bravo was hilarious. Johnny Bravo was supposed to be like this ladies' man,
Yeah.
but he just failed.
Oh, okay.
He was like think of it like a knockoff.
Is that
Elvis.
Disney?
Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network? Okay.
This one is Teen Titans Go.
That's a new one. That is super new.
All right.
Because Teen Titans Go is the new version of Teen Titans. Teen Titans was out during, like, my childhood.
Well, Teen Titans Go, though, it's been out for a long time, bud.
Like 10 years.
Yeah, well, that's a long time.
That's new.
That's half your life.
Yeah.
A WWE mystery. So Scooby-Doo meets John Cena.
Yeah, but I remember advertisements for that one. Never saw it, though.
Same. The Addams Family crossover. This is like back in the 80s.
I think that one freaked me out.
Well, especially because you probably didn't watch the Addams Family on TV Land.
Oh, no, I did watch the Addams Family. Don't worry.
This one is Scooby-Doo meets Batman.
Great one. So good.
They did that a bunch. So Rock and Roll Mystery where they meet Kiss.
Yep.
Kiss will do anything for a paycheck. Meeting the Winchesters.
Is that... Those are the supernatural people.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this one. Interesting. That's actually a good crossover, though, because they're kind of the same thing.
Number 2, Another Cowardly Dog.
Remember this one?
Never. So it's so funny because I remember what they're crossing over with.
Yeah.
I never saw these, though. These
Yeah.
are past my time. And this one is pretty sweet. A cartoon mashup.
Never heard of this one.
So this one, these are all the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons. They're on the same time.
Oh,
I think
that's why they look familiar.
Land Shark. I think this guy was Captain Caveman.
Oh.
So that used to be, what did they call it? Not Toonami.
Oh, there was a channel for all these.
There was a channel, but Cartoon Network used to have them Saturday
Wasn't there
morning.
like Boomerang or something?
Boomerang.
That's what
That's
it
it.
was. That's why I used to watch it on. Okay. I remember that stupid Boomerang logo flying through all the time. Oh, man, that brings me so far back. And the thing is some of those newer ones I know is because there's like a 5-year age gap between me and my younger brother.
So it was
So,
on at
like,
the house.
That stuff was still on the TV even when I had grown out.
That's hilarious. I'm just surprised.
Yeah. So, now.
So this is the list of the weirdest ones.
Oh.
And it looks like the same exact list.
Oh, really?
Somebody else just didn't like it. The Harlem Globetrotters, I remember.
I remember that one.
Scooby-Doo meets Bobby Flay.
I have no idea who Bobby Flay is.
He was a famous chef. He was like a TV chef.
Guess what? I'm better than him.
I mean, you only make meat.
Yeah.
No sides.
That was literally the
that
same
is the same
exact
exact
list, except with Bobby Flay. They were just...
That is hilarious. Someone probably just copy and pasted it.
Oh.
All right, bud. I'm trying to think. The strike is mostly over,
Well, so
things are ramping back up.
Well, there has been so much news on Twitter. I've been bookmarking all the news on my Twitter account to just try to keep up with like all the information that's coming out. Like Daredevil Born Again confirmed for 2 seasons. Now, with that being said, this is a thing that Marvel just started. They are now moving away from limited series formats and into multi-season serialized TV. So that is the first show to be confirmed for 2 seasons that they've made from the get-go.
But did you hear what's going on with it?
No. Oh, they're completely
Rewrites.
rewriting the entire thing too.
So it's pretty much already filmed, and now
Yeah.
they're doing rewrites.
So I jokingly sent that post to Trent when I talked about the rewrite. I was
Yep.
like, they're doing this just so they don't have to pay their writers after the strike. And then he's like, yeah, but did you see this? And it was like the reasonings why and stuff. Which I forget the exact reasonings why that were in there. It was something about...
I heard it was something to do with the story. They wanted to polish the story.
They wanted to polish the story up. It wasn't working because it was more of a legal procedural that did not resemble the Netflix version's action
Other
and
characters.
violence. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because if you watch Daredevil on Netflix, it's a very different Daredevil than you see in She-Hulk.
Okay.
So when you give another character to a different TV series, the director of Guardians of the Galaxy had to sign off on the dialogue
Yeah.
when they used them in Thor.
Yep.
And they were good with it. He's the one that wrote it.
Yeah.
So it sounds the same. I don't think they did that.
Yeah.
I think they kicked all the creative team off those shows.
And I don't... This is a complete just, like, new beginning for Marvel, and I think their new rules are implementing in it with how they're changing their TV shows, because they have, like, 3 main rules that they're going with now. They will have showrunners who write pilots and show Bibles. I'm not sure what show Bibles is, essentially.
No.
Not sure if you've heard that term. They will have full-time TV execs, and they're moving away, obviously, from the limited series format into multi-season serialized TV. So I'm wondering, too, obviously Marvel's underneath the Disney umbrella. Is this going to trickle over into the Star Wars stuff, too? Because mostly everything for Star Wars besides Mandalorian, has been labeled as limited series, I'm pretty sure.
Until they change it otherwise.
Yeah.
I think it will, because honestly, there's no difference between Marvel and Star Wars. The movies are the same.
They're pretty much ran by the same people, too. So
I think that's the only negative about having...
Yeah.
For a while, they were separate, but now they're kind of exactly the same.
Yeah. So I imagine that eventually Star Wars is going to get this treatment, which is a great thing because I would rather not have a show end after one season.
Because you're invested.
Yeah.
But also, there's just so much. It's such a big universe. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Do we know when the next Star Wars movie is?
Last we know is I think they were aiming for 2026 for Dave Filoni's Mandoverse movie.
So we're just going to do TV shows until then?
Yes, and all the TV shows essentially, or a majority of the TV shows are a part of that movie.
Right. So even that's not really a movie. That's just an accumulation.
I think what they're trying to do, they at least want to get Mandalorian Season 4 done before it. It's seeming like they want to do Ahsoka Season 2 before the Dave Filoni movie.
Okay.
And again, I think it's going to be spectacular. And the one nice thing, too, about that movie is we're going to get the full-fledged special effects that we don't get in the shows.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you got to give them a bigger budget.
Yeah.
But even that's not true, because some of the Marvel shows are out-budgeting the movies.
Yeah, that's true. I think Disney is learning their lesson on how to run these TV shows.
Right.
And I also think the fact that they're hiring these TV execs and stuff, I think this whole strike made them realize how important it is to have an actual, show running team, that you can't just piece something together as a movie or have a movie and then just split it up into 8 parts and put it out there.
Right.
Because that's essentially what they were doing. They were having movies. They weren't cutting out deleted scenes and stuff. They were keeping those scenes in there, cutting it up into 8 parts and putting them out as TV shows. Now they're kind of actually running it. It seems like they're going to move over and run them as TV shows, which I think could really benefit, because I hate that we were locked to those 8-episode seasons. I would prefer, if you need 20 episodes to write your story for that season, take 20 episodes. If you only need 6 episodes, as much as I would hate that, do 6 episodes. If you need 1.5 hour episodes, and then some episodes are only 20 minutes, I don't care. Just as long as you tell the story you're trying to tell. Don't keep it confined to...
Well, I think that's why everyone liked to go to Netflix originally, was because they had so much creative control.
Yeah.
But now Netflix has taken away the budgets and everything.
Yeah.
My thing is, I'm definitely getting burnt out with how much content there is, where I just end up watching something I know I like.
Yeah.
Instead of giving something new a shot. Or I wait till it shows in season 3 to watch it, because I know at least I have X amount of content.
Yeah. I haven't really, it's just hard for me to keep up with all this stuff, too. Because now they're just pumping it out left and right. And it was my fault that I didn't stay, caught up in general.
Right.
But it is what it is. There is news that came out directly from Star Wars, though.
Yeah.
We know Anakin appears at the end of Episode 8 of Ahsoka.
Okay.
They did specifically say Anakin Skywalker appears to give Ahsoka Tano signs that she's exactly where she is supposed to be. So we had talked about this and said that we were pretty sure that he was there to tell her that she's in the right spot.
Yep.
They came out and actually confirmed this, which is, one, just a really nice thing that they actually came out and confirmed that.
Mm-hmm.
But two, it's just a nice thing to... I think we're going to see a lot of Hayden Christensen in the future of Star Wars, which is nice, and kind of give him that chosen one title again.
Well, that means we get to use him more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to be rude. Give me 1 sec.
I can see you're doing work stuff. Don't worry. Tell the person that's on call to call someone else.
Oh, no, it's the wife.
Oh, this is even better. You're like her personal worker.
I think small town, but everyone works at the same place. So
that's true.
And even smaller town, the one person that knows the answer is going to get asked the most questions.
Yep.
So, I mean, I like it because it just means we get more Hayden Christensen. Yeah. I'm all for it. He's getting to this point where if he wants to keep doing Anakin Skywalker, don't even de-age him.
Yeah.
Say he's 19 years old and let him run around.
Yeah. That's the one thing that's like a bummer. I want them to do a what if series with him.
Yeah.
And do it if he never turned to the dark side.
Boom.
I think that would be such an amazing thing. Again, though, are people going to get confused even though it says what if? Are we... imagine if they made a what if series with him and they have to start every episode saying, warning, This is not canon.
Mm-hmm. I would even take it as a cartoon because Marvel did those What If cartoons. You know one I want better after that one?
Mm-hmm.
What if Luke Skywalker was actually a badass and not a...
He was a badass, and then he got old.
Yeah, exactly. What if he became like the real Jedi Master we wanted him to be and not a scared old guy meditating on a rock?
You want to know what? I would not mind them doing What If with Hayden Christensen, like have him in physical form, do live action, but then we could also have other seasons and stuff that are cartoons for other characters.
Yeah. Do every other episode live action.
Like, let's have a what if Qui-Gon never died? What if he defeated Maul there?
Boom. Oh, you're singing to the choir.
Yeah, no, I think we have a great idea, and it has so much potential behind it. I would love a what if series for Star Wars, and I'm just surprised that they have not. I'm surprised they haven't jumped on it. We know how greedy they are.
The idea that they haven't called Samuel L. Jackson
to reprise himself as, oh my god, this is so amazing. I can't believe this is happening.
Can you filibuster for a second? Because it's not going to be a fun one.
I can.
Hey.
Don't worry, guys. He's getting an important phone call.
What's up?
But yeah, no, I'm
I can
shocked that
Marco can filibuster.
Yeah, I'm filling in. I'm shocked that Star Wars is not trying to hop on this What If series thing. There was actually this. Oh, you're back already.
You're good.
Oh, I'm good. So I'm shocked that Star Wars has not jumped on this What If train like Marvel did, because Marvel's was very popular. I think Star Wars would be super popular, if not more popular. But also, a lot of Star Wars fans really like this concept that came out years ago when the original Star Wars Battlefront 3 was supposed to come out around 2007, I think. There was concept for the campaign that they were making that was basically a what-if scenario of, like, Anakin never turned to the dark side, Obi-Wan turning to the dark side, and stuff like that. Very cool concepts. So if we get a what-if series, regardless of whether it's video game or TV series, or maybe a combination of both, I think it would be great, and I think fans would love it. On to more news. Maybe I should wait to say this one.
Go ahead, bud. I'm listening.
No, this one you're going to want to talk about because I really know nothing about it. So I'll wait till you're done with that. We did get news that for DC, none of the original Justice League members from the most recent DC universe are returning anymore, which is big news because originally I think at least Gal Gadot was supposed to, if not like a couple others were supposed to return. They are all not returning, but with that being said, Jason Momoa is engaged in talks to play Lobo in either a standalone film or the new Superman Legacy film.
So Lobo's a badass. He's like an anti-hero.
You jumped in at the perfect moment because I had no idea who Lobo was.
He's a big fan favorite in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
And he pretty much rides a motorcycle.
Is he known to be a Superman villain, Lobo?
Well, it's tough to say he's a villain because he's an anti-hero. He does play Superman.
Oh, okay.
I think they're just both on different sides of what they think is right.
Okay.
But he does look uncannily like Lobo.
Okay.
My problem is we got this movie coming out in December that no one's going to go see because the universe is dying. And the other problem with that announcement...
Aquaman?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it came out already.
Did it already come out?
I have no idea.
I think it comes out in December.
Oh, okay. Did you hear about the stuff that happened on Aquaman 2 set?
Some of it. I heard a rumor that Elon Musk got involved.
So Jason Momoa allegedly came drunk to the set of Aquaman 2, dressed like Johnny Depp. He also tried to get Amber Heard fired, but at the time, Elon Musk had a litigator threaten to burn the house down if Heard didn't get to return.
That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not.
I don't know if it's true, but that's the most wild thing I've ever heard if it was true.
But what's crazy about that is just, man, to release date.
Maybe it does come out in December. Oh, yeah, December.
Oh, it does come out in December. Okay.
December 20th.
My thing is just like, I heard she's not in it a whole lot, so...
Well, they cut her out a bunch.
Okay, I mean...
So...
we made it.
Yeah.
You can't sue us,
but
we
it's
don't
like...
have to put her in it.
But it's like, it's funny that he showed up, if he did this, that he showed up drunk on set and everything, and they're still going to hire him as, what was his name? Lobo? For the new one? Because I assume it's all the same workers, just under a different head being James Gunn.
Right.
So
my thing is just like...
I would say if it
how
was...
drunk was he?
Yeah.
That's when he was going through the divorce, too.
Yeah.
But also...
Is drunk even labeled correctly, or is it drunk because he was acting like Johnny Depp?
Right. Who knows?
Yeah.
But also, it kind of is on brand for him.
Yeah.
Because he like lived in a camper in a driveway just because that's what he wanted to do. So.
Yeah.
My thing is just like DC's gotta make your Batman film, don't make a universe, and put everything on hold for 5 years.
Yep.
You've done too much damage.
Now this next news. Jerry Seinfeld has teased some sort of Seinfeld revival. Something is going to happen that has to do with that ending. It hasn't happened yet. Are you excited? You gotta be a Seinfeld guy. That's something you would know more about than me.
Oh, I love Seinfeld. I got all the DVDs behind you.
I know nothing about Seinfeld. All I know is I look at the characters. I'm like, they look uninteresting. I'm not watching it.
Check it out. It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. How many seasons? 10. That's 10 too many.
I think you'd like it. If while you're playing video games, throw it on in the background. You'll like it.
Is it how good's the humor? Like, is it super raunchy and stuff? Or is it like...
No, it's not raunchy.
No. They look like a raunchy group.
They look like 4 generic white people dressed in 90s clothes.
Yeah, raunchy.
But no, it's hilarious. I mean, people have been trying to get a Seinfeld reunion since it ended.
Yeah.
Like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
They did it once on a different show called Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, okay.
Which the creator of Seinfeld, Larry David.
Curb is so good. I love that.
You love Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Larry's so funny.
It's this... The character George is based off of Larry David in Seinfeld.
Oh, really?
So if you like Curb, you'll love Seinfeld.
I'll be the judge of that.
Check it out.
I make my own decisions.
It's exciting. I got tickets for Seinfeld in December, so I just don't understand because he announced it.
Oh, he does stand up.
He was a famous comedian before the show.
So here's the thing about Seinfeld. I wasn't sure if he was actually a comedian or if he was just one of those people that made a comedy show.
No, he was a famous comedian, then got the show, continued to do comedy after.
Oh, because he doesn't look like a funny guy.
Oh, he's hilarious.
Like, it's not
he's only been funny for 40 years, Marco.
Like I look at somebody like, Tom Segura. You're like, yeah, he's a funny guy.
He looks like he's just a guy on the street. I think you just can't judge funny by how people look.
No, that's definitely true. That's definitely true. Oops. Did not even blow up that picture of Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, so that should be good.
There is another piece of news that I'm not sure is completely true, but it did come out. Apparently, Dan Harmon, is that his name? Dan Harmon?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's a typo. But Dan Harmon met with Zack Snyder about a Rick and Morty movie, apparently. But I don't think it's actually going to happen.
I don't think he needs Zack Snyder to do it.
Yeah.
All he has to do is Cartoon Network, hey, I'm doing this movie, and they'll be like, you got it.
Yeah.
Same thing, he gets like 100% of the Rick and Morty merch money. So
yeah. I did see a clip of Rick talking in one of, I don't know what the clip was from, but it's from season 7. You could notice it was not the same actor.
That's a bummer.
Did
you hear that he's got... Dan Harmon, I think, has a new show on Fox called Crapopolis.
Oh, no, I didn't.
With a K. It takes place in, ancient Greece.
Really?
I haven't started watching it yet. I think it's 3 or 4 episodes in.
He's one of those guys that no matter how time has changed, he still doesn't have a filter. He'll do what he wants in his shows.
He can do what he wants.
Yeah. Now, Morty, on the other hand, in the clip I was talking about for season 7, it actually worked well because it kind of was like that he aged a little bit, but it still kept intact his voice. It was like that kind of works being that we're in season 7. They grew up a little. Granted, I'm not exactly sure how the characters age and stuff in that show. It's weird.
They haven't started aging yet. Just use AI.
Yeah.
We can make Rick and Morty sing an entire album, and we can make Rick and Morty do season 7.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah. All right, bud. Anything else you want to talk about? We're right around 45 minutes.
Yeah, I do have other stuff to talk about, but if you want to cut this one now, we can.
I feel like we did a rapid fire thing, which we don't usually do.
I know, but I think it works so well.
No, I liked it. It was kind of like SportsCenter.
But like I said, there's been so much information that came out, especially about TV shows and stuff, and I think it's because they're actually able to talk now.
We definitely hit some unique topics we don't usually hit.
Yeah.
Tonight is Chiefs versus Denver Broncos.
Oh, that should be it.
You think so, but it's a divisional game.
Jerry Jeudy may not play.
Who?
Jerry Jeudy, the receiver for the Broncos, because they're getting ready to trade him.
But is Kelsey going to be able to play?
I have no idea. I think he's going to because Taylor Swift's going to be there.
Taylor Swift's going to be there, so...
I swear, Taylor Swift is ruining football for me.
How dare you?
I'm sorry.
You shut your mouth.
I'm sorry. I want to watch a football... I want to watch a football game. Stop putting the camera on her.
What else are you going to be watching in between plays? The sideline?
I want to see... You can tell what the coaches are doing by looking at their eyes.
You're over there staring at Mike Tomlin's eyes. You're like, all right, halfback run to the right.
When they have their clipboard in front of them, if you watch their hand motions closely, you know what they're writing. I don't waste my time and do that, but people do.
All right. Crash landing as usual. All right, guys. We've been Nerds in the Gym podcast. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Marco. See you next week or sometime. Bye.